SoFi is in a big spot, guys. Within the last video, we did expect a pullback to the next support zone. We did get that within 1 to 2 days. Since reaching this $20 psychological support level, we've had 2 strong days, exploding up, regaining over this resistance marker. As of now, things look pretty good, but it is the question. Do we rally to our $25 price target, guys, or do we wait a little bit longer within consolidation or another dip? That being said, guys, my name is Dylan from Dylan's Trades. We're going to break straight to this technical analysis breakdown. First, going over to the weekly, we get a broad eye perspective. Here on the weekly analysis of SoFi Technologies, each one of these candlesticks represents 1 week in price action, guys. So we're looking at the last 4 or 5 years of SoFi, the entirety of SoFi, right? When we initially IPO'd, guys, we had this crazy movement from these $8 levels shooting up until we found resistance at this level. The bears did a very good job. We've seen buyers take a chunk of their money out of the stock, making profit here. When stock price had a very aggressive surge back up here after a multiple month consolidation, we exactly met to this level. And again, guys, this was about a year-long range. So this has been the target for the weekly analysis, guys. The top of this range being this $24 to $25 level. As in the past, guys, there is no resistance to be found. So this is something we want to continue to put into our analysis and our perspective, as within the weekly analysis, we have different resistance, different support. And as of now, there's no long-term target besides this 24.25. We did set that price target when we initially broke out at $13, 18.40. And then once broke at 18.40, we set 25. So that is still very live, guys. Within the current, candle structures, of course, we're breaking out of this massive cup and handle, this big downtrend. We do a consolidation into a sharp uptrend, paused by a breakout, consolidation, getting ready for the next movement, break over the top, and a massive upside, guys. This is a 3-year-long cup and handle. So to only see, guys, 1 week, 2, 3 week, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of continuation, we should be expecting more, guys. We said when we initially broke out down here, guys, where we don't want to think hard. We should be expecting potentially 6 months. Some analysts would say a year of continuation. Just seeing how quick this is, right, relative, we're going to stick with the 6-month theory, at least a couple months, guys. There's a lot more run to go with SoFi, and being that we're, really inching towards these IPO highs, man, we know it's inevitable, and that's why we set that price target at that $18 level. We hit our first one. So as of now, guys, now that all the broad image is analyzed, we want to keep this in mind, guys. This is where we get our long-term perspective. So we look really, really good within our location, within the candles. We're breaking out, we're euphoric, everything looks good. Within the current, the last couple of weeks or so, guys, we've seen very explosive price action. We've been following closely. And the trend of the last few weeks, guys, has been a pause, right? As once again, we expected within the last video to get a pause. And notice how we exactly bounced at that $20 level. That's very, very bullish, guys, when you see a very strong trend like this. Of course, I mean, this is a beast of a trend, guys. If we just highlight this so you guys can get a better image, I mean, we're just beasting up. Zero issues at all, guys. Max euphoria, max excitement. And then we put in this indecisive candle after having this wick right here. Notice how we have these two lines, one wick, one body, and then a wick on top. We're starting to get that reversal sign. And we immediately pulled back to this level and bounced, right? After massive weeks, guys, I mean, we're up a sizable amount, right? We're up 50% within the last 4 weeks. We're flipping green to red. The momentum is shifting, but the bulls are freaking ready to put their cash, right, on the table and shoot stock price up. We've already reclaimed that 2130 level, so we do look really good here, guys. From a weekly perspective, you just want to see the close over this region. As the weekly, we have only so many candles, right? But we have one wick exactly at that level, another body around that approximate location, very, very close, and then another body directly on that level. So if we can get over this, guys, this will be the uptrend into the shaky pause, the dip, and now we're reapproaching in this level, looking for the breakout. So it does appear now we can get that. Weekly looks pretty good here. If we are not able to close above 22.12 strong, we could chop around. We could just see another couple of these hammer candles and decisive candles. Definitely would make sense, guys, until we end up, moving up. So things look very, very good on SoFi. And to see the first crack within sellers' attempts of this massive uptrend, and then you see a strong bounce at that psychological hard number being $20. Right? These big psychological levels are very, very important. $20, $10, $5, $1, etc. So you guys get the image, man. We look really good on the weekly. It's not enough to form a bias within the next few days, but as of now, we have a very clear parameter of what stock price is trying to do. With that being said, we're now flipping to the daily analysis. So first and foremost, guys, we do see a little bit of a morning star reversal, not quite, being that this isn't a large body bar, but we have a negative day ripping into a big drop. But then at the end of the day, the dust settles very well. You get a strong buyer candle pushing stock price up at a pivotal moment, followed by another strong day. Once again, not exactly, but you get the similar psychology in nature, guys. So over these highs should do well. Once again, centering back to the weekly. So this is really the level we want to keep an eye on, guys. We actually will go and mark that up. This is a newfound resistance, really around that 22.15 range, guys. If we see continuation over here, we should have a very strong move pushing into our eventual price target. As of now, besides this structure, what also is very notable, guys, is that, of course, guys, we dropped from this ascending trend line, which has brought us from these $14 levels to as high as 22.74. Right, we did suspect within the last video, being this candle over here, guys, we are going to drop within ascending support. We'll see what happens. But as of now, man, it does not seem to matter. Right, we're immediately grinding back up, attempting to reclaim this or get within that rough approximate location. So as of now, guys, we're seeing an overextended run be immediately corrected by the buyers, guys. This is what every single sign is pretty much pointing to. And I think this is a great look for SoFi. Right, we will keep an eye on 2134 as this is the breakout level. We're following over here. Right, and we tried to hold that for 1, 2, and 3 days before we broke it and went to 20 the next zone before moving up. So we are above that as of now. Right, a lot of these technicals are zooming back to the point that buyers are stepping up very aggressively in the spot where realistically we could have seen some more downside. So it looks very, very pretty. With that being said, guys, that's really all we need out of the daily. Anything over this 2134, guys, I think we have a nice day moving Friday. I think we have a nice day moving Monday. I think we have a nice day potentially moving Tuesday. As of now, the momentum is definitely within the bulls. And any sellers who are trapped within this region, attempting to get that short squeeze on this overextended run, guys, they have failed. They're going to get liquidated. So with that being said, guys, let's go center over to the hourly analysis. This is for the very short-term perspective. Each one of these candles representing 1 hour, just to get a good, gauge of whatever else we're not seeing on the daily. So, arguably a little bit of a descending channel break. Looks nice. It stemmed out this breakout with this large hammer candle down here. But as of now, guys, we're seeing a lot of grindy activity. If you guys are following SoFi very, very closely, keep an eye on this ascending trend line, right? But it's not really relevant within the grand scheme of things, what we're doing here. So we're not going to mark it up. But as of now, guys, we got to see what stock price is going to do. I think at worst case scenario here, right, we are potentially forming this, head and shoulder structure, but isn't beautiful. So we want to see stock price continue to do good so we don't have this unorthodox structure where we end up knifing below here. But as of now, guys, I think this is a spot where we either rip up from here outright, continuing this uptrend to our $24, $25 price target. Once again, guys, just seeing how strong the psychology is. The buyers are not playing around. They're stepping right back up, looking to squeeze out any sellers, or we get some consolidation, guys. We chop around. We don't really do much, and we enter some essence of a consolidation, a flag into this next movement where if broken above, we will get to that $25 region. So I think as of now for a buyer, we're looking really, really good here, guys. This dip, we see a lot of technical indications within the last video, which we won't go over, of course, because it's not relevant now, that we will get this dip to the next zone, and we've seen that exact bounce. It's always nice to see these exact bounces, this exact respect within the key moment. So within the short term, did look a little bit shaky, but we're already recovering, guys. And that's kind of the trend of the video. I hope I'm not repeating myself, but it is what it is, guys. We've got to get the full in-depth analysis. No fluff, no BS. As of now, keep an eye on 2134, guys. This is the breakout level, pretty key. Within that rough approximate location, if stock price is above that, we're doing good, man. We really should be continuing trending higher, or at worst, consolidation. And within the next level to watch for the breakout is 22.16. Above that, we should be pushing 23, 24 bucks pretty easily, guys. SoFi does look good here. I do see more upside, or at worst, consolidation. If you found any value in the video today, consider dropping a sub, a like. Can't talk, guys. Alrighty, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you made it to this point of the video, once again, drop a like, drop a sub. Alrighty. Peace, guys.